Welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren and I'm so glad that you are in my kitchen here with me while I get a few bits and pieces prepared for the coming week that will hopefully make life just that little bit easier. We have got a dish that we are making this week that I have been really looking forward to. It's a recipe that I stumbled across on Pinterest by Yotam Ottolenghi. I love his food. It's so full of flavor and inspired by his home in Israel. And it is and I need to make sure that I get all of these ingredients. It is a chicken date orange and split pea tray bake, and we're going to be serving that with some roast vegetables. So we're going to do some roast parsnips as well as some cauliflower and eggplant with that as well. We were in Melbourne recently. No, we weren't.
Melbourne?
We were in Sydney.
Yes, we're in Sydney. Hi.
And this is my fact checker and sous chef and husband, Heath. And we were in Sydney a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for reminding me. And we're able to go to my favourite spice shop. And I picked up this beautiful flavouring called, I think it was El Ras Hunut. I'll have to double check on that.
I'll take your word for it.
And so I was thinking I might add that beautiful spice mix to the veg when I roast them.
I was going to see if I could find it and we could read out what it's called.
Oh, I think it might be in the fabric little bag up the top of the pantry.
Oh, I see.
So organised we are.
Ah, yes. It's a new one. So
Yeah.
You get these really nice little bags at this shop. It's one of Lauren's favourite shops.
I know.
Period. Is that it?
No.
Nope.
Oh, but that's it. Like maybe I do that one instead.
This is it. There you go.
There we
See if you
go.
can read that.
Ras El Hanut.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Full points.
Woo.
Full points. The fact checker is providing full points for that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I am just going through a process now of prepping some additional veg because, of course, that is going to go in with the chicken tray bake. So the thing that I'm really excited about with this is that you kind of use the yellow split peas with some red lentils, and it makes almost like a dal style
Oh, yeah.
tray bake. So if you're a normal person, that would make like your sort of an all-in-one kind of dish, but I don't think that's enough veg.
That is Lauren's style.
And so I'm just going to do some roast veg on the side. So what I've got is my trusty freezer bag full of bits and pieces that we wouldn't necessarily want to eat veggie-wise. Like onion skins that are clean, carrot tops, and I think I've got like some lemongrass stalks in the bottom of some celery in there. And I just keep that in the freezer. And when either this is full, or when I've got like a chicken frame, or we used it for the basis of the amazing seafood chowder that we had last week. And yeah, just when it sort of gets full, then I use it up. So what I've got is one onion that I've kind of chopped fairly roughly, some slightly floppy celery. So it's going to be perfect for something which is going to get sort of browned and then popped into the oven. 2 stalks. And this is just going to add some extra veg, but we'll also just add that beautiful sort of flavour base to the chickeny tray bake as well. So the chicken I have been marinating, and we're using what is very imaginatively termed chicken pieces that we got from our favourite budget local supermarket, and they had a special a few weeks ago for chicken pieces for $2 a kilo, which is phenomenal. So they're chicken pieces on the bone and sort of, yeah, like not necessarily like Marylands or drumsticks or pieces that you would necessarily easily be able to determine. So I don't know if it's just like, I don't know, leftover bits from when they were making other more well-known pieces, or they were just letting the apprentice go nuts. Either way, $2 a kilo, which means that for Heath and I to have sort of dinners for most of the week, it came at, I think it was $3.60 or thereabouts. So
Absolute
you've got to be
bargain.
happy with that.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got that roughly chopped carrot as well, and I'm being a bit lazy, so I'm just going to pop it into the Thermomix. And we'll just get it to saute away a little bit. Yeah, so the chicken I've been marinating in a mixture of orange juice and cardamom. I added in a little bit of ground coriander and turmeric that I forgot to add in until the end. So there's a lot of turmeric on the top pieces and not much on the bottom. With some orange juice, veggie stock concentrate, bit of orange zest, and nigella seeds, which Heath had always... So, like, what you would probably most commonly see them in is like the black seeds that are on top of a Turkish bread. And Heath thought that they were just black sesame seeds, which it seems to be a fairly common misconception based on the internet, which we know is very trustworthy. But yeah, I think this is the first time that I have cooked with nigella seeds. And oh heck, I meant to put some capsicum in there. That's right, I'll quickly chop it off and put it in. I have got some capsicum slow roasting in the oven that we're going to add to our salads for this, sandwiches rather, for this week. And these sort of tops are perfectly edible and fine, but just didn't, I just didn't think that they would roast all that well, or sort of take a little, not quite as long as everything else, and would just make life a little bit complicated. So rather than wasting them, I figure I'll just chop them up and add them to the mix. I feel like capsicum kind of gels with the vibe a little bit. We've also had the yellow split peas soaking, which will hopefully speed up the cooking process, so they'll sort of cook in the same amount of time as the chicken takes. But I've never cooked this before, but I have faith in Ottolenghi. So I'll just add in those couple of capsicum tops. See how good my aim is? Oh, I really didn't expect that to go that well. Oh, I'm quite chuffed. That's really sad. So I'll just grab those yellow split peas. But most importantly, it is a little bit early, but it's quite hot. So I feel like a glass of Chardonnay is in order. This is an excellent vintage, maybe, I don't know. It got left at our house at a Christmas and July dinner. So we're going to drink it.
Wine that's been left at the house is the best wine.
Heath and I had the most amazing red wine that got left at our house end of last year. And neither of us can remember.
Oh, it was tip of my tongue at one point. But yeah, didn't get it. Can't remember what it was. Cheers.
My darling.
Yep. Love a good Chardonnay every once in a while. Yes.
Well, as it starts to get a little bit warmer, I don't know. Like, it's kind of nice to get out my scales. I need 75 grams of red lentils in addition to the yellow split peas.
That's a very specific weight.
It is. Oof.
And from the gigantic bag, am I right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of terrifying, this one. If you haven't seen this before, this is
So,
one big bag.
5 kilo bag.
5
of-
kilos. We buy in
red
bulk
lentils?
because it does ultimately save a lot of money.
It does.
Yeah, but it doesn't save a lot of money to start with.
No, and I'm not sure how much Heath appreciates it because it means that we have to go through and eat
A lot of
a lot of red
like
lentils.
split peas and lentils and things like that. Yes.
I do have like a slight thing where
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. So I will actually just quickly show you. So these are yellow split peas that I have soaked. And they've just been soaking for an hour. So this is what they looked like pre-soaked. So just a bag of Australian yellow split peas. And they'd be, I don't know, like maybe 3-4 mil across. What do you reckon? Would you agree? I
Yeah,
reckon
it looks about.
about 3 to 4 mil across. So, so they're not particularly big. And then just after that hour of soaking, I wouldn't say that they've doubled in size necessarily, but they've,
So yeah,
They're-
put them down next to.
so maybe like,
Oh yeah, well they're much bigger.
yeah,
Maybe even triple.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
there you go.
And you said how long did you soak those for?
Just an hour.
An hour. Yeah.
An hour using hot water. But the main reason why we do that is because it will speed up the time that it takes to cook them, so that they will sort of cook in the same amount of time that it will take to cook the chicken, which is good.
Excellent.
And we haven't soaked the red lentils
Why is that?
because red lentils cook a lot faster. But you can just see they're like much smaller.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're smaller and flatter.
Mm. Very tiny.
There you go.
Ah.
So,
Can you remember what we paid for the 5 kilo bag?
I think it's like $8. It's really not.
It's
like,
very,
not
very
a-
affordable.
It's very
Yeah.
economical.
But a much smaller bag is a similar price, right?
Yeah. Okay, so that's 30 grams. 65. Oh, 76. Oop, that's alright. A little bit of extra veg never hurt anyone.
Close enough is good enough?
Yeah. Excellent. I do go through. Particularly when I come across. Sorry, I'm just checking on my capsicum and tomato. Yeah. So we've got these beautiful slow roasted capsicums and slow roasted tomatoes. The slow roasted tomatoes we'll have with our breakfasts for this week. And the capsicum, I'm going to slice up thinly. We're going to add them to our salad rolls for the week because I didn't have enough tomato. So, meh. But what I'm going to do is I find that the roast capsicum skin can be quite bitter. So I'm popping them while they're quite hot, into a sandwich bag. And I will let them cool, and that will mean that the skins will just slip off once they cool down. So that's a really handy trick to peel them. Now, The other couple of things that we need to add to our chicken tray bake are the date bit of the date. So we just need 6 dates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure this would be better with like the fancier medjool dates, although when Heath and I were in Israel a few years ago, we bought fresh dates from the market, which were just about...
They were amazing.
Oh, they were amazing. And they were $5 a kilo. And I think we bought, was it 2 or 3 kilos of like different kinds?
Well, we got different types, yeah, but they were like, they were all delicious, but there were particular ones that were really, really nice. Yeah.
So I've got
Very
those
good.
sliced. And the orange. So we've got orange juice and orange zest in the marinade for the chicken. And we're also just going to do some slices of orange.
Oh, okay. Just on top, or?
Yeah, that will sort of go into the tray bake.
Yeah, right. So we're going to roast those.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We don't roast orange much.
No.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. But I'm going to trust in the process with this
Oh, of
particular
course.
one.
Yeah, it's great. Looking forward to it. I mean, orange chicken is a thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like
Well,
we're doing anything.
and we often will add
too
like
unusual.
citrus to salad with orange. So we had we've had a really busy weekend. Like it's busy doing wonderful things that we've had opportunities to bless people with. But it's been a busy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
It really has.
we were helping with just doing a few bits and pieces for a wedding yesterday, and had sort of half an hour in which to busily shower and get ready and also have lunch. So we ended up, I'm just going to strain these split peas. So we ended up just cooking up chicken nuggets because I'm classy. And made basically, I've done it a couple of times now because I got a bunch of chicken nuggets on clearance, even classier.
They were fresh chicken
like,
nuggets, which is
They
interesting.
were fresh, like
they were organic
free
chicken.
range, organic chicken
And
nuggets that were like
they
$10.
were closing in on their best before
Yeah.
or expiry, but they were still a while out.
Yeah.
And so you just grabbed
Just
them and froze them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
they've been really great.
They have been. They've
So
been really
we
good.
had them with a salad, which was lovely. That was just had some mixed leaves and bit of beetroot slaw and Bob's your uncle.
And a little bit of sliced orange.
Yeah, and that was the story.
And
the
some
sliced
tomatoes.
orange.
And
Yeah.
some of
Some
the
of the slow
semi-roasted
roasted.
tomatoes.
Which was amazing. Now, I promise I'm not being rude and looking at social media, but I just needed to double check the recipe. All right, so
Turn it into a little dance. Yep.
yep, that's a
Q-tip,
really key
Q-tip.
component. So I've got a
Getting
roasting tray here.
nice big tray.
And we're going to add in our split peas.
Brilliant.
And then we're going to add the red lentils. And we'll add in that veg.
Oh, that looks good. Very vibrant.
Any excuse that I have just to add in extra veg, but extra flavour and colour. She tells herself. And we need to add in 300 mils of water.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to add it to the Thermomix because there's just a few.
Are you just going to get the last of the
Yeah.
veggies out of the bowl? That makes sense.
I've just got to extract every ounce of flavour that I possibly can.
Every ounce of vegetable, I think.
It's flavour, my darling. There we go. Hopefully.
Give it a blitz.
Give it a blitz.
Turn it into like a milkshake.
That's my theory
A
anyway.
veggie shake.
Okay, so we'll add that bit of water in there, and didn't think that was right. And 500 mils worth of chicken stock. So I've got a sort of chicken stock flavour cube that I'll add in. And 2 more cups of water. Great. And we'll just give that a bit of a mix around. The colour is just so good. And now we'll add in, put away the scales, and add our chicken mix.
So let's have a look at that before you go.
So
Alright, so what do we got here?
these are the bits that very clearly got more turmeric. So this is what I mean. Like, they're not like instantly recognizable cuts of chicken.
But at $2 a kilo,
Yeah, absolutely.
bargain.
Yeah.
And they are definitely chicken, right?
Well, it's not ibis.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what you thought it was going to be. Okay.
They're looking pretty amazing so far.
And we'll just sort of.
Oh, yeah. Right. So I imagine the orange juice that comes off the oranges is going to, you know, scorch a little bit, caramelize a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, I hope you can get a photo of this when it comes out of the oven later.
It just, yeah, it's definitely,
It's a good looker.
yeah.
Oh, so you meant to tuck them a bit.
Yeah, I just sort of
Yeah, right.
get it all sort of,
Get the flavour throughout.
yeah.
Love it.
And we've got 2 whole heads of garlic.
Whoa. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. I mean, I'm not afraid. We love our garlic. Right. Oh, and you just plonk them in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. That's pretty cool.
And then we've got now neither Heath nor I are particularly big fans of coriander, but we got some with our fruit and veggie box.
And it called for it?
It called for it. So I sort of figure
When in Rome.
when in Rome,
And it does add a bit of colour.
it does.
Looks good. It's a very interesting dish, this one.
Yeah, I found the concept of the fact that it's kind of just going to cook away, and then like secretly underneath it's making this like delicious dal as well. It
Yeah.
just
Very good.
And then we've got some dates that we're going to just scatter over through.
Brilliant. That looks awesome, hun.
And then we'll just
Drizzle a bit of that sauce over the top.
yep, the rest of the marinade.
Yep. Beautiful. Hmm. Well, I am very excited.
Me too. So I'm just going to pop that one in the oven. And that's going to cook for an hour. And then we're going to have something pretty awesome that we're going to be able to dine on. We're going to just keep pottering away with getting a few more bits and pieces prepared for our week while we are serenaded by an absolute symphony of smells coming out of our oven with that amazing chicken tray bake. And we can't wait to do it all again with you next week on Alongside Lauren.